Welcome back to Star Talk Daily. Glowing Star here. We dive into the hottest celebrity news, trending movies, and the latest showbiz scoops. Collision, get ready for daily doses of star power, exclusive gossip, and fun facts about your fave celebrities. Cool, stay tuned for all things entertainment. Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40k universe must avoid the one mistake that doomed MCU Phase 5. Henry Cavill has to nail this one aspect of Warhammer 40k's setting to not repeat the same mistakes made by the MCU in Phase 5. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war, and this is what Henry Cavill needs to keep in mind when he creates the environment of Warhammer 40,000 in the live-action series. Everything needs to be dark, gritty, and just rustic to the core, recreating the eternal war and strife the franchise is famous for. This will be a challenge, but it's something that could prove disastrous if overlooked. The best example of this is Phase 5 of the MCU, which started going downhill the moment Marvel Studios started deviating from its deep narrative tones to quippy and humorous themes. MCU strayed from its core theme that Warhammer 40k will have to stick to. The main draw for an audience is the feeling that an entertainment product can provide them, and for the MCU, the theme of their projects was deep, often philosophical dives into characters and the setting. But with the end of Phase 5, the tonal shift that started at the beginning led to a downward spiral for the franchise. The shift towards less risky, often unnecessarily humorous tones, and even flat storytelling visual spectacles is what defined this outgoing phase of the MCU. This was a stark contrast to why fans tuned in to watch these films in the first place in earlier phases, where a sense of true heroism was provided. Therefore, this CGI-heavy, mass-market appeal of the franchise is what made Phase 5 the lowest-grossing phase of the MCU, as observed by the numbers. In total, Phase 5, which started with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania and ended with Thunderbolts, made $3.6 billion, which is less than Phase 1's $3.8 billion. This is exactly what The Witcher star has to avoid turning the upcoming live-action series into an appeal to the masses. Cavill has to realize that the universe of Warhammer 40,000 is something that not everyone can like. After all, this franchise created an entire genre of media called grimdark. Thus, the show would have to avoid the use of excessive CGI and use of flashy colors to do justice to its dark, brutal, and rustic setting. How Warhammer is completely different than any multimedia franchise. As stated earlier, this franchise is not for the faint of heart, as the subjects and visuals Warhammer tackles are enough to make people hold their heads in disbelief. This universe is filled with themes of absolute and unending war, fought on the battlefield with godlike war machines and an undying loyalty to the Emperor of mankind. It also has topics of depravity, twisted desperation, absolute despair, gruesome deaths, all balled into one and turned up to 20. The environment itself gives you a sense of overwhelming dread, like you have never even imagined before. At the same time, this franchise doesn't shy away from polarizing topics such as politics, moral beliefs, and ethical dilemmas that twist the audience in every way imaginable. Therefore, one misstep in a chain reaction can lead to the derailment of the developing series if not given attention. Do you agree with us? Leave a comment down below if you do. More hidden gems and epic endings are coming your way, so hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. You don't want to miss what's next. This was the Star Talk Daily, bringing stories to life. Until the next reel, stay curious.